Recently, I read an article where Bernanke expressed an opinion that it's not the problem that U.S. Spends too much, it's the problem that China saves too much, which contributed to low interest rates, and I would like you to comment on that.
Yeah. Well, Ben Bernanke has never gotten anything right, and I guess that comment is no exception. But, you know, we're the only reason that we're able to spend all this money is because countries like China loan it to us. I mean, obviously, if they didn't loan us the money, we couldn't spend it. But ultimately, you know, what the Chinese are doing by saving their money is they are, you know, theoretically, you know, investing and building an economy so that in the future they'll be able to spend a lot more. We're indulging ourselves at the present, so in the future we're not going to be able to spend very much at all. But I think what's happening is it's the Chinese government's monetary policy. Obviously, the central bank in China is enabling this situation, because if the Chinese central bank simply refrained from pegging its currency, if they let the RMB rise, then the exchange rates for the RMB would be significantly higher, and that would cut off the source of our spending. I mean, the reason that we're able to buy all these products is because the government is transferring the purchasing power from the Chinese to Americans by keeping the exchange rate of the RMB low, and also they're lending Americans money by tapping into the savings of their people and transferring it to the United States. So I think that once the Chinese government simply stops doing that, and they will, and the Chinese currency gains value significantly, I think you're then going to start to see greater spending on the part of the Chinese, because, of course, their currency and their enhanced purchasing power will make goods much more affordable for the Chinese, and the act of allowing that to happen will automatically bring down spending dramatically in the United States, because Americans will no longer have access to credit, and, of course, the things that we're buying will be, you know, dramatically more expensive because of the diminished value of the dollar.
If I could just make two minor corrections. One is that what Ben Bernanke said, this is 2003-4, I'm not quite sure I got the year right, but some years back, was that a principal reason for the low global interest rates, which were very low then, was the high rate of savings in China. That doesn't mean they were saving too much, too little from their own point of view. They were saving a lot. And it's sort of axiomatic that if you have a lot of savings in the world, interest rates come down. Real interest rates come down, and that was his point. The second minor correction I'd like to make is that Ben Bernanke got a lot of things right.
What?
What?
Yeah, well, name one.
I don't think we have enough time.
Well, I mean, he said that there was no housing bubble. And then he said that, well, even if we have a decline in the housing market, it's not going to have a meaningful impact on employment. I mean, he said that the subprime mortgage problems were contained, that we didn't have to worry about it. I mean, I can't think of one thing that he got right. And he was not only was he wrong, he was as wrong as you could possibly be on a grand scale.
Before
No,
a fight.
No, let me just say before we close here. Chairman Bernanke has been dealt a very difficult hand since he became chairman, and he's been a great leader, I think, through this crisis.
Well, first of all, it wasn't dealt him. He was on the Fed too. He helped deal the hand.
And has been, you know, very innovative in trying to respond to this crisis. And I would challenge others to step into that situation and do as good a job as he has done.
Yeah.